Manchester City's resounding 3-1 victory over rivals United last time out was the 6th time this season that City have scored 3 or more goals in a Premier League match. And remarkably, since Pep Guardiola's arrival in 2016, City have scored 3 or more goals on 39 occasions in the Premier League, far more than any other side. Worrying figures for Pep's opponent this weekend, his title-winning predecessor Manuel Pellegrini. The Chilean lifted the trophy in 2014, but under Guardiola, City seem to be improving year after year. Currently, they're scoring more goals per game and conceding fewer than in any of their 3 title-winning campaigns. The experienced Pellegrini returned to England in the summer, replacing David Moyes in East London on a mission to lift West Ham out of the doldrums. The Hammers sat rock bottom after 4 games, but 12 points from a possible 24 have elevated them to a more healthy position of 13th. There was even some early talk that Pellegrini's future at the club could be in doubt, but he's since begun to prove the critics wrong.
Slowly but surely, he's got most of his players back. He's still got a few injuries, and they're starting to deliver. And I don't really think at the moment he knows his best team at the moment, but he's starting to produce results, and they look really strong in midfield, and they're scoring goals.
Since opening his account for the club last December, Marko Arnautovic has either set up or scored 23 of West Ham's 49 goals, 46.9% of their total. Of the division's ever-present players in that time, only Mo Salah has been more involved in his team's attacking success. Now, though, for the Hammers, Felipe Anderson is starting to share the burden with 3 goals in his last 2 games, as many as he managed in his previous 24.
Very good on the ball, always looks to go forward and play it into the front man. So he's going to be a class act. It always takes a bit of time for players to come and adjust to the Premier League, but I think he's starting to adjust now.
Lukasz Fabianski has been a standout player for West Ham this season, while his opposite number Ederson has often caught the eye for different reasons. The Brazilian seems to love having the ball at his feet. His passing accuracy is far greater, and the City keeper even has an assist to his name. The Hammers man, though, has not surprisingly been the busier of the two, making almost 3 times as many saves. Fernandinho has been Mr. Reliable under Guardiola. Since Pep took the reins in 2016, the midfielder's started more league games than any other player. During that time, he's won more tackles, completed more passes, and had more touches of the ball than any of his teammates.
He shows the back four really well. Even when Stones brings the ball out, he's the one that sits and covers. And he covers every inch and blade of that grass. And I think he's been a superb signing for Man City, and he's kind of like an unsung hero, but people are starting to recognise him.
Some thought Raheem Sterling might struggle to retain his place under Pep, but thanks to the Spaniard's guidance, he's now in the form of his life. Since 2017, he's been directly involved in more goals than any of his teammates, behind only Mo Salah in the Premier League. Pellegrini and Guardiola's sides have provided fans with plenty of entertainment over the years. Pep's 88 Premier League matches have seen on average 3.33 goals per game. Pellegrini has 126 Premier League fixtures under his belt, with an average of 3.21 goals per game. They're the 2 highest averages in the competition among all the managers who've taken charge of at least 50 matches. If Manchester City are frequently free scoring at the London Stadium, they've been nigh on unstoppable. In 3 trips to the venue so far in all competitions, they've netted a whopping 13 times. Pellegrini has his work cut out against his former employers.
It's going to be a difficult game for West Ham, but I do believe Man City have got lots of goals in them, and in a few weeks they're going to have their main man back in Kevin De Bruyne, so the Premier League better watch out.